Hello again. um, I kind of wanted to continue a little bit more about my last video, which was how to supposedly break into the show business, and I had talked a bit about breaking into modeling and my experience and my view on that. And I thought I would continue and just tell you what my experience was with breaking into singing. Okay, I actually got really lucky with the singing. I wasn't really trying to be a singer because I don't know, it was sort of something I never, you know how like a lot of black people, they grow up in an environment where everyone is singing around them, and it's just like uncle this or uncle that like sings in church, and then another one like gets is in the studio, and it's part of their family and part of their daily life. Well, that wasn't it for me. Hi Lily, come on. That wasn't it for, I didn't have that. So I think that it was just never something I allowed into my conscious mind as a possibility, even though I think it was secretly something I wanted to do. Considering that when I was a little girl, I used to tie a jump rope to the leg of the dining room table, and I would pretend to be Cher and singing. So, gotcha. Okay, so where was I? Yeah. So with the singing, I really never really tried. Let's see, I'm trying to think. I was at a nightclub. Yeah, I was at a nightclub in LA, and I met this black guy, and we just I was with a girlfriend of mine, and we all went to like eat at like the diner, that one in Hollywood. What's it called? I forgot what it's called, but it's the one where they have everybody dresses like they're in the 50s. Anyway, we all went to eat there, and the guy like had a small record label, and he was like, "Hey, can you sing?" Oh, no, back up. That came later. My bad. It was actually I was walking into a pawn shop because I was pawning something, and this guy with like full head of like braids, or what is it, what do you call those, dreads or whatever, I can't remember if he has dreads or braids. Anyway, so he came up to me and he was like, "Hey, how are you? And blah, blah, blah. Can you sing?" And I was like, "I don't know," And he was like, "Well, I work at I think it's called Castle Rock Studios or Castle Studios, and we should try and sing. You have a good look, and if you could sing, you could probably like be easy to market and stuff, do really well." So he and I got together, and I said, I would like to write in Spanish. When I'm writing poetry and songs, it comes out in Spanish and English. And, so when I wrote my songs, he said, write a song. And, so we got together, and I think he gave me a track. And then I wrote a song, or we got together and we started writing the song together. He started with the first words, and then I just took off from there. And that was my, I Can Feel It. Yeah. And, that was Scooney. Hey, Scooney. He's a good friend of mine, a good guy. And so we ended up writing this song, like in about 45 minutes or whatever. And we were like, okay, let's see. And I remember it started with, we were like, when the sun comes out and the moon goes down, and when the sun goes down and the moon comes up, I think of you and blah, blah, blah. And I don't know, I took it all very lightheartedly. But anyway, longer story short, he scheduled some studio time. And his studio where he worked, it was like big. It was like Snoop Dogg and a lot of rappers and stuff worked there. So I remember going in, and he had two other little producers there, and everyone was black, and here I am like little blondie. No, actually I was brunette, but still I was a white girl according to everybody, as far as they know. So I went in the little booth. I'd never done any of this before, and I'm like singing this little song, and it actually sounded really good. I remember everyone looking at each other, all the little rap dude, like heavy, straight up, like serious rapper dudes. Everyone looked at each other when we were done, and it was like this moment of silence of like, oh shit, this is really good. Like, this girl's got something. So I hung on to that song, and I actually sent it into Sony Latino. And they scheduled a meeting with me, and they ended up with A&R, their artist and representation department. They ended up wanting to work with me and develop me as an artist, as a Latin artist. And they were like, we want you to sing ballads, blah, 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 which I wasn't all that excited about. I don't know why ballads. I can do ballads, but I don't know why. I like the dance music. I like the Madonna and the you know, the Britney Spears type. And I'm a high energy person with ADHD, so I like stuff that's high energy. You know, I don't mind doing a few ballads, like I said, but anyway. So what happened was I ended up taking a trip to New York for some business, and I got distracted with the modeling or something like that. And then when I came back, the Sony A&R got like sold out to BMI or something like that. So those people that I was to be working with just dissipated. I couldn't find them. And they were out of Woodland Hills in California. So that kind of sucked. So, you know, I didn't really like take it that seriously. I you know, the singing thing, I never thought I never thought I could do it. I don't know. It wasn't something I allowed myself to dream about or believe in, but I really enjoyed doing it, and I'm really good at songwriting because I was writing poetry since I was 15. So the songs would come out like easy. I crank out lyrics like in Spanish and English and rap lyrics. I crank them out like really fast and really good. They rhyme and everything. So anyway, so I ended up meeting the other guy at a nightclub, was a black guy, and he had a small label, and we ended up going into like a modern day studio, which is literally, this is what a lot of people are doing, a lot of serious recording artists, just having the engineering board and being in like a little tiny apartment or a hotel. And I remember working with his producer friend, and I was telling him, so we produced this music, not just the song, not just the words, but I started 2 of my songs. I helped produce the music. I was like, I want to hear this. Okay, put some drums right here. Okay, I want to hear that, that percussion. I want to hear that piano. That piano they have in this song. Yeah, put that there, and then put a pause here, and then and then build it. I mean, I literally. Which songs were they? It would have been not I Can Feel It. Maybe it was the newer version remix of I Can Feel It, and Come Play With Me, which is on my CD, Caliente. Okay, you can look for it online, Ileana Caliente. Anyway, and what happened was, so we recorded those 2 songs, and I already had the original version of I Can Feel It. So now I have like 3 songs, recorded. And that label, he was fooling around and playing mind games, and apparently he wasn't serious, and he wanted to have a relationship and all this crap. So Lily, calm down. So I had to let go of that situation. I was kind of bummed, because I thought I had, a CD and a deal and all this kind of stuff, so that didn't work out. So anyway, I let that go, let that dream go for a while, and I remember sending in my 3 songs. No. I wanted to record a remake of Paid in Full, Rakim's, Paid in Full. Thinking of a master plan, because ain't nothing but sweat inside my hands, so I dig into my pocket all my money spent and dig deep, but I'm still coming up with rent. That one. So I wanted to do a remake. I don't know why. It was one of my favorite songs in the 90s or something like that. And so I paid $100 to this recording studio, and I did my own version of it. So like the first half of the song are my own lyrics, talking about my life and as a former, as a stripper and all this, and then the second part of the song is the original Rakim song. So it's actually really cool. It's on my YouTube videos. I rap it there. And anyway, it's a really cool song. So anyway, so I recorded that. Now, what happens next is I let go of everything. I'm not really thinking much of the singing career thing, you know. I'm not thinking I'm a white girl. Come on, you know. I mean, I'm Puerto Rican and everything, but I'm not thinking I'm a recording artist. Just I was a model always. Anyway, so I ended up contacting or emailing this record label online somehow, and that was Quentin from Worldwide Recordings, and he ended up contacting me, and he was like, so you really rapped that song Paid in Full? And I was like, yeah. He was like, well, I'll give you a deal, you know, I'll give you a small independent record deal with my company, but let me hear you rap. He wanted to make sure that I wasn't like reading the words, or that I wasn't like, what do you call it, putting the voice over, you know, a track, what do you call it, lip syncing or something like that. So he made me rap the song right then and there on the phone, and I did, and he was like, all right, well, we got a deal. So he ended up, you know, putting forth money or it got everything together and flew me out to New Jersey, and that's how I recorded Caliente, all the songs. Now, we were low budget, so I had to be prepared with all the lyrics. He sent me the tracks. He sent me 8 tracks or something like that, and I wrote them. I wrote the songs like that. I love writing songs to tracks. Like, it's so fun and easy for me. And I wrote them in Spanish and English and a little bit hip-hop, la salsa, a little, you know, ballad and stuff like that, and it just comes to me. It's like a gift, and I love doing it. Like, I would love to professionally write songs. So anyway, so I go in and I record the whole entire CD in like 10 hours, literally, like no stopping. And that motherfucker made me even redo the lyrics on one of the songs right then and there. He told me later, and I did it. And he told me later that he was just testing me to see what my song would that. Dark. Talk about deal. And I don't know actually. Anyway, so that's how I got it. And to start get distribution on all online stores like Best Buy and Target and Walmart.com and stuff like that. And because I was a Playboy model, I think they were like really, you know, and my picture was good on the CD cover. He got out these amazing major stores to like just do distribution with his label. So we ended up doing quite well, you know, better than I didn't expect any of this. And I want everyone to know I never slept with Quentin. Quentin's like my brother. I can't sleep with him. And he's got a wife and all that. So, you know, it just wasn't that wasn't a relationship. We were focused on, you know, money and business. And I never slept with Scooney. And he's a good friend of mine still to this day. We tried going on a date, and it was just weird. He said, I feel brotherly towards him. And the other rapper dude, I did date, and we did stuff. But the music, the like production stuff came after we started dating. So it was like I already was interested in and didn't know he was doing music. I don't know. You know, it's just the industry's like that. Sometimes you know, and I have this rule where I don't sleep with anybody unless I'm attracted to them. I don't sleep with anybody just to get something. So me, you know, and then I'm gonna be mad at myself. I'll be end up smoking crack, being a crazy crackhead, and I just don't want. Insanity is not something that I really want in my life. I try to prevent that at all costs. Anyway, so that's how I got into music, and what has happened now is that, you know, Worldwide Recordings just didn't have enough money to market my CD. You know, we did a music video. We won Comcast Music Video Channel's contest, and we did really well, but he did not have the money to market me, meaning he didn't have the money to pay radio stations, although I did get radio play on 2 radio stations in Florida. And that's the other thing, is I'm in the wrong freaking, like, I'm in the wrong area. Like, I'm in the wrong freaking location. Why is this going dark on me? I don't know. Anyway. So, I'm in the wrong freaking, you know, geographical location. I belong in freaking Miami. What am I doing in LA? I'm like the only blonde, you know, Latina here. And I'm not, like, famous enough to get famous here. Like, in LA, you have to. In LA, only is open to new ideas once the idea has been accepted and gotten popular with everybody else. So, I'm in the wrong geographical location. Anyway, so that's how I got a record deal. I didn't screw my way. I didn't screw anybody. I didn't marry anybody that got me anything. I actually have talent. I'm a Playboy model with talent. That is a dying breed these days. And talent means you write your own songs. Talent means talent. And I don't care what anybody says. It's not something like you can be, you know what? I don't want to say anything more about it. I didn't have to pay anybody to teach me how to write my songs. I didn't have any, and all that. Talent. And people with the power to develop it into something spotted it. Anyway, so that's music. I'll tell you about acting next time. Okay? All right, ciao.